Hey guys, what is up? We are going to kick off the streaming war that nobody asked for, and that is the music streaming tier list. So basically, it's just going to be my opinion, and that's it, my opinion, of the best music streaming services out there. Basically, it's going to go off from obviously the look, because you always got to have that drip, even if you're a tech company or a service, because you got to have a nice, clean looking UI. I think that's the word to use, like UI. Yeah, nice UI. Obviously, music library. How how to streamline their services, like as far as being able to access music, being able to find stuff, and just all around a smooth music experience. And most of all, that is my opinion. With that being said, let's kick it off. We're going to come out the gate swinging here with For Blood, and we're just going to go straight for the low-hanging fruit with our little guy over here, Amazon Music. We all know Amazon. They're obviously a retail service giant. You can basically buy anything and everything on their website. But they also have expanded into video services that are not bad. The video service is pretty good. I like it. There's a lot of Bigfoot documentaries and conspiracy stuff on there. It's almost like they said, "Oh, you got content? Boom! We'll grant you a check, and here you go. Throw it on our service." And most of all, they are also in music as well, which is what we're here for. And they've basically learned how to take free and mash it into the ground by basically having another tier free. There's free, and then there's absolutely free, which the free basically would be what they offer with their garbage music service. I'm a little bit biased on this one only because me and Alexa, we don't see eye to eye. We're not friends or whatever. With the first time I decided to use Amazon Music, when I first signed up for Amazon Prime, I asked Alexa to play me a metal station, and you know what she picked? Do you know what she picked? Five Finger fucking Death Punch. I hate Five Finger Death Punch. Ever since then, me and Alexa have been mortal enemies. So this one's automatically going to be in the D tier. Mostly also too because their UI is just garbage no matter where it goes. No matter which platform you use it on. If you use it on your browser, it sucks. If you download the app for your desktop, it sucks. And even just the having it on your phone as like a regular app, it sucks. It crashes a lot. I don't know. I just feel like they don't really give you a wide variety of artists or whatever to choose from. So I'm myself or whatever. I'm usually more into the A and B and sometimes C tier style artists or whatever. At least to me, that's where a lot of the art is. So if I am having a hard time finding other bands or whatever outside of what's popular, then you're gonna get a big old fat L for me. So this one's gonna go in a D tier. All right. Threw a few other extra ones on here, like I guess they technically wouldn't be considered streaming services, but you basically mostly can listen to them on apps or whatever. So I guess technically it'd be streaming. You can go back and listen to their old catalogs or whatever and all that good stuff. So I guess they would be on there. But I'm gonna put Sirius on here. I'm just gonna put it right here in the C. It's a bit of a dying platform, but I guess it's a good way for people to make get music that's accessible or whatever, artists that are accessible and break into the mainstream. And their UI isn't too bad. I wouldn't say their actual DJs or whatever choose the music that goes onto the on air, but at least my experience of having it for like a year before, it didn't really seem like they had much variety. I don't know how many times I heard like station. I don't know how many times I heard like Slayer, Metallica, and the popular metal bands and stuff like that, like in rotation within like an hour. And I don't know, can't or show me artists like that, or even put like stuff like that in your playlist, and you're not really geared towards a wider audience. You're basically just trying to appeal to the normies. So, but it's not too bad though. I didn't mind it for the most part. It was good like background music. So we're gonna put you in the C tier. Let's see. I'm gonna go with SoundCloud. I don't really have too much to say about SoundCloud. I do like SoundCloud. Their UI is pretty simple and straightforward as far as like finding music. I do think it's kind of annoying that every time you open up the app, they always have the pop up there, or whatever, to basically pay for their premium service, which I don't think anybody that goes to SoundCloud is paying for the premium experience. It's mostly there for I guess you want to say like jump off artists or whatever to promote their music. I'm not saying that in like a bad way or anything like that, but I don't really see SoundCloud in any of the arenas that you would see, like an Apple Music or a Spotify or even like a YouTube Music. So, but it's a good spot to go and find their music. I usually go there to mostly find like a synth style or like electronic styles of music. So I have like, or I always can seem to find like a lot of like synthwave like groups and stuff like that in there. I also do have a uh, compilation album that I put together like back when I was a music promoter up on there too. So, like I said, it's a good discovery platform, for newer artists that aren't necessarily like in the mainstream yet, but it's not too bad. Like as far as the UI goes, like I said, it's pretty simple and easy to navigate around and all that good stuff. And then they're usually pretty good about not burying, like say if you follow an artist or whatever, they're usually pretty good about not burying them like in their algorithm and stuff like that. So, but they're definitely nowhere near a Spotify or like I said, an Apple Music or like a heavy streaming giant. So we'll put SoundCloud here in the C tier as well. So, alrighty, let's go with a big one right here. Apple Music. I've had it for a little while before. I'm a little mixed on Apple Music. I don't think it's too bad, like as far as its UI and finding music, but at the same time, I feel like they push mainstream artists way too much, which is cool. People got to get their money, but like I said, for somebody like myself who enjoys the lower tier artists, it's kind of hard to not necessarily hard to find the music. I mean, if you know bands within that realm or whatever, you can easily find them. But like if you say you don't really know what you want to listen to and you just put it on your mix station, they put way too much mainstream artists in that genre, uh, and they basically like push that type of stuff on you. Which I don't know. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but like I said, it kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit because I like, or at least when I'm listening to music streaming platforms, I like to generally find like newer artists, newer music, and stream style music all the time or whatever. That's basically what the radio's for. If I wanted to get pounded into the ground with that type of stuff, but it wasn't too bad. I did have a problem with it like a few times, like I said, with it, like as far as the actual program itself or whatever, because I had it for like a year. When I got my phone, because I got like a bunch of free stuff or whatever, free like services through them. So I tried them out, and the app crashed on me a lot, just like randomly. I'd be listening to music at work, and all of a sudden the music would just stop for no reason. Which I feel like with a big service like Apple, and even like the products that they have, and how they market themselves, they definitely should be having those kind of problems in their services and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not too bad overall. I didn't mind it, at least when I had it. Just those few small things or whatever, I guess, made it so I don't pay for their service anymore. So, but it's definitely not a bad service or whatever. If anybody's looking for music, I do like the fact that you can actually, like, if you buy something off from the iTunes store, then it basically automatically gets put in your library. So that's kind of like a big win with me because, like, if I hear an artist that I like, I'll throw money and buy. If I like the album, I'll buy the album. Or if I like a single, I'll buy a single. So that's usually, I guess, what a lot of artists or whatever, how I gauge a lot of them is if they're like single artists, if they're like actual full length album artists. But yeah, we're gonna go with we're gonna put Apple over here in the A tier. And remember, this is my opinion. My opinion. All right, who are we gonna choose next? Oh, let's go with little old Pandora. Yeah, I don't really care for Pandora too much. It's kind of like one of those things. I used to have Pandora like a long time ago. I never paid. I think I paid for the service once or whatever, just to like try it out, just to see how it was, and it didn't really seem like it changed much from when I had it when music streaming was first coming about. I feel like their library is fairly limited, or maybe it's just their algorithm because much like my, excuse me, much like my problem I had with Apple, just like a lot of either the same stuff or just like a lot of the same mainstream bands are always being pushed on me or whatever, and I'm not gonna say it about 100 million times, but it not necessarily rubs me the wrong way, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, and I don't know, it's like way too basic, way too simple for me, and anytime somebody mentions that they listen to Pandora, I'm like, oh, I forgot they even existed. So they're generally one of those things that are in the background. I never, ever see anything about them, like as far as being advertised or anything like that, unless you go out of your way and actually look for them. Which is kind of funny because I think they're owned by Sirius now, so you think they would have a little bit more of a major backing behind them and pushing them onto their wider audience, but I don't know. I think maybe just because I'm not like the type of demographic they're going for. So, but we're gonna put old Pandora down here. Sorry, anybody that pays for their music service. Who's next? I'll go with iHeartRadio. Like I said, I threw a few on here, whatever that technically aren't actually streaming services, but just threw them on here for a little bit of filler. Don't really have too much opinions on iHeartRadio. I did have it on my phone or whatever for a little while because I had like a few. They had some local ish music stations or whatever on there. Like there was one that I used to listen to that was out of Syracuse, more like a hard rock, like a metal station. But they had like a local, the local radio hour or whatever that I would always listen to on there, and yeah, it was alright. It wasn't the best. It wasn't worse either. I feel like they're for being a radio app, they are pretty limited on genres. I don't know. I feel like they would probably have more styles and stuff on there, and I honestly didn't really explore the app too much just because it was a bit of an afterthought to me. I downloaded it, tried it like for I don't know, like 5 minutes, and then just basically like forgot about it. And I was going through and clearing apps out on my phone, and I was like, oh, I don't use this anymore, so I cleaned it out. So we're gonna put excuse me, we're gonna put iHeartRadio down here on the this tier or whatever because, like I said, it's an afterthought. Let's see who's next. We'll go with Tidal. Tidal, I don't really have much of a opinion on them guys either. I tried out their service a few times. I guess kind of goes back to the whole Apple thing. I feel like think it's pretty noble what they have or whatever. Like as far as their revenue and share service with artists, which is pretty nice or whatever. It gives more more money back to the artist and puts it in their pockets and all that good stuff. But it was kind of meh to me. I don't know. I mostly just tried it for the services. I think maybe I used it for like a month, but it wasn't really anything. But I'm not gonna cast too many stones at it. It's still a pretty good service, and I think it definitely deserves to go on the B tier. It's not like the best. It's not the worst either. It's just it's meh. Alrighty, who? All right, let's go with Bandcamp. I do have pretty good, strong feelings about Bandcamp. I like what they do, like with their artists. It's definitely a very good alternative to SoundCloud, to me, at least if you're looking for, I guess you want to say, like, instrument-based music, like bands, like metal, stuff like that. I feel like they give you a pretty good selection of what stuff to go for or whatever, like in that sphere. Like their algorithm is pretty good about suggesting you to stuff like that, and it's kind of cool, at least with their revenue split they have with artists. I could definitely get down with that. I think it's pretty nice that they give so much back to the artists. I think during the pandemic for a while there, they were basically given a pretty good revenue. I think was it on Fridays they were basically doing a 100% on I think it was all merch and all anything that was sold. They would basically give like 100% of the profit to artists, which is pretty nice, giving back to them in that sort of way. I know with their streaming, you basically have to buy the album in order to actually be able to stream it offline. But I mean, you can just download the album anyways and save it on your phone or your computer or or wherever you're listening to it on. And definitely wasn't too bad of a platform either, like as far as that goes. Like I said, I like Bandcamp, and going back to what I said about SoundCloud when I was uploading my compilation album put together a while back on there. It was pretty easy, pretty seamless. It seemed like it got picked up pretty well in their algorithm and stuff like that. So, but that I have nothing against Bandcamp at all. I'm gonna put it on the same tier as Tidal. It's not like the best, it's not the worst either. It's pretty good. They do a lot of good stuff by artists, so I can't shame them at all. Alrighty, down to the final two. These are probably the most streamed apps or whatever that I've used, obviously, because they're the more popular. We'll start with Spotify. Spotify. We have a long history together. Definitely a lot of my artists that I listen to now definitely went through there, or definitely discovered through these guys. So I can't, throw any stones or anything like that. Their UI is pretty easy to navigate to find stuff. Their revenue share is pretty garbage or whatever, at least to me from what I've seen, which kind of is very unfortunate because it takes away from other platforms that actually give a better share to artists. So I guess they definitely get a bad rap in that department. But it's the most popular streaming one, so a lot of artists will more or less push that one just so they can get more ears and stuff on their music. Their algorithm is pretty good. Definitely suggested a lot of different stuff or whatever. Mostly like in like single genres. Like say if I was going on and listening to horrorcore, I would always get like a lot of popular stuff and like a little what do you want to call obscure stuff like sprinkled in between that or whatever. But they definitely, if you listen to your mixes, they definitely do hammer in the what do you want to call it? They definitely do hammer in, what you listen to, like in their curated playlist, which I guess is good if you just want to, tune out music in the background and just, do whatever. It's like, say, if you're cleaning or, doing some sort of chore around the house, it's not too bad, but it's all right. I've kind of debatable with it or whatever. I don't know. I don't really have anything against Spotify. It's pretty good service overall. The price is pretty decent for what you get, and yeah, it's gonna go in the S tier. It's definitely an S tier. YouTube Music. It's definitely one that I currently use. I love the algorithm that they have on there. I feel like that's obviously got the Google algorithm, which it basically, is to me is top tier. I feel like they merged when they shut down Google Music. I think that's what it was called. Google Music. I feel like they took the AI from that, or the algorithm from that, and kind of incorporated that into their app, and definitely was top tier. I love the Google Music app, or the app, and the algorithm, just because like a lot of bands I listen to now, bands, groups, music that I listen to now, basically all came from Google Music. I think the the UI is pretty seamless to navigate through. They do, at least to me, they offer quite a bit of diversity in their music library. Like, I don't know, if I listen to like a certain genre, I'll obviously get like a bunch of popular mainstream artists within that sphere of music, or that realm of music. But overall, they definitely offer, they will throw at you, quite a bit of diversity in the music. They, I'd say they probably do have quite more of like curated playlists, because they have like the main ones that are on the app page or whatever you go through. But if you go into the show more, there's probably got to be like 20 different playlists that they curate for you, which is pretty nice. I've always found a certain thing in there that fit my mood. Also, with that too, you pretty much get it by paying for the YouTube Premium service, and that's always a plus. So you basically, I guess, kind of get the app for free, so that ain't too bad. And with that also comes with YouTube being played in the background, which you can basically listen to whatever off from that app and all that good stuff. And I have a lot of high feelings about YouTube music, so we're definitely gonna put that one in the S tier, over here. So yeah, no, that's really about it. If If you like the video, definitely like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about my rankings because, you know, whether it's good or bad, I always like to hear people's opinions and all that good stuff. Just
Keep it civil. Remember, it is my opinion. My opinion.
so yeah, peace.